Hello and welcome back to Just Code It. This is the second video in our tutorial series on LangGraph. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to connect LLMs to your LangGraph and actually have it answer some questions. To get started, let's just set up the LLM we want to use. The first LLM we're going to set up is Ollama. To do this, we do it the same way we do in LangChain. We do langchain Ollama import chat Ollama. Then down here, we define the model name. We're just using a super small one. And then we're going to grab the base URL from our environment variables or have the default of localhost. Then we're also going to set the model name. So model is set equal to model name. And then you can also define temperature. We have a few changes we're going to make to our workflow state. We're going to add another key to our workflow state, which is going to be LLM reply, which is going to be set as a string. We're also going to keep the list of strings for steps, and then user input is also going to be a string. Moving our way down to the node functions, the start function remains the same as our previous video where we're just returning the steps and passing it. The first step does have a few changes. The first change is we're going to set reply equal to LLM, where we're going to grab the LLM we set up at the top. Then we're going to invoke from the state, which is passed in. This is going to grab the user input from the state variable, that initial state, and select the content, so just the text from that user state. We are going to set reply equal to LLM.invoke. From that invoke, we're going to grab the state and get the user input from the state variable that is passed in. The state variable is just that workflow state. From there, we're going to return just the content from the response. All we're going to grab is the content from it and return it. Finally, we're going to return a dictionary where we're going to change some of those state variables. The first variable we're going to change is the step. We're going to grab the list of steps and add step 1 to it. It's going to be start in the list and step 1. This is just mapping the path through the graph. The reply is going to be just set equal to the reply from the LLM, which is just the content. The final method is gonna output that reply to the screen. We're just gonna print it. This would be the final state when you're responding back to the user. The first state does the processing and the final state actually gives the response. Here, we're gonna grab the state and get the reply from the LLM. And then we're gonna return some changes to the workflow state, which is going to be the state list, and we're just going to add step 2 to it. Moving our way down to adding the nodes and adding the edges to the LangGraph. This is going to remain, I'm pretty sure, identical to the previous one, where we first add all the nodes. We add the start node, step 1, step 2, and then we add the edges, and we're going to do the edge from start to step 1 to step 2 to end. And finally, we're going to add the entry point, which is the start of the workflow. We're going to have it set to the start node. Like the previous video, we're then going to compile the app, which will show some errors if you have a node not connected and things like that. Just print the model, set the initial state. Finally, after we build the graph, we're then going to compile it and do a quick demo. Again, this is just essentially the same as before, where we're going to create an app with the builder.compile, which will force out any errors. Then we're going to create that initial state using our workflow state, passing it the user input and the steps. We're not going to define the LLM response yet because remember, they're optional, but it is good practice to define it here. I would just give it an empty string. Then we're going to invoke the app, which is essentially the same as invoking off of an LLM, but this starts the graph. Then we're just going to print that final state. Now let's just run this app, and you can see we're using LLM. We're using Llama 3.2 1 bill. This is the graph, and then this is the response. The user input is hello, LangGraph. How would you describe yourself in one sentence? It responds with that. Now, to change from one LLM to another, such as OpenAI or OpenRouter, you need to go back up to the top and change this LLM. To illustrate this, we're just going to comment out the Ollama, and then we're going to paste in OpenRouter, uncomment it, and run it again. Let's get rid of that. Here, we're using Gemma 327 bill. It's free from OpenRouter, and here's the response we get from that one. To use OpenRouter, we are using the OpenAI API, and the only difference here is we're passing it the OpenRouter API key for the API key, and the base URL is going to be set to the base URL for the API for OpenRouter. Finally, the model name is going to be very different than most OpenAI model names. A lot of people like wrapping this up in a chat OpenRouter class. For simplicity's sake, we're just doing it like this. Finally, we have OpenAI. Let's comment out that, uncomment that. Here, we're just gonna give it the OpenAI API key, the model name, which is GPT-4o mini, and then temperature. The default base URL is OpenAI for the chat OpenAI. You do not need to set that. Again, let's just run it. Oh, that was fast. Here we have the example again. That is it though for how to connect LLMs to your LangGraph and run them. Now it's pretty easy to swap in and out different LLMs using LangGraph, which is convenient. I typically use OpenAI or OpenRouter or Ollama. It's nice being able to swap them pretty quick. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next time.